Hi, I'm Louis,
I'm Gav.
I'm Dolan.
and welcome back to God Comics. So, in the last couple of weeks, we have enjoyed immensely Infinity War and, of course, Deadpool. This is going to be our reactionary video to that, like to a bad case of hives or something. But before we get to that, first we're going to talk about a little bit of what we have been getting up to in the last couple of weeks. Gary, what have you been getting up to?
Well, obviously, we all did Infinity War.
Of course we did. Multiple times.
And Deadpool 2.
Yes, multiple times.
Watched Solo as well.
Not multiple times.
You still need to go watch
I still need to go watch it.
Um,
Dolan, you as well. Where have you watched Solo?
No, I have not watched it.
Okay, we will get to that.
I loved it. I
Yeah.
thought it was really great.
Awesome.
I finished Ready Player One. You also read Ready Player One.
Yes, yes.
Oh, nice. It's so good, dude.
The book is so freaking awesome.
Yeah, but
it's just the amount of references and stuff in the book compared to the movie, and the movie wasn't bad.
yeah.
But I know they couldn't put everything from the book in the movie because it would have been like a 6-hour movie. But the amount of it's just crazy to think that they even got that amount of stuff in the movie where you see Spawn running around with the Iron Giant.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You know,
Iron Giant.
but how cool would it have been if they could have taken that scene from the book where everybody who has gotten a token or everybody who has gotten to the final stage and they get that little robot.
Oh, they could choose a
And
robot.
yes,
they
choose
choose
a
the
robot.
robots, yeah.
How
Yeah.
cool would that have been?
But I think they kind of played a little bit. So
They
when you see
tried.
Iron Giant running, you
Yeah, yeah.
kind of, I think that's maybe the play on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's like expecting Coke and then getting Coke Zero. It's like it tastes a little bit like it.
Well, it depends if you like the Iron Giant. Dolan loves the
I
Iron
love
Giant.
the Iron
Yeah,
Giant.
no.
Who doesn't like the Iron Giant? Do you
Well,
not like the Iron Giant?
I love the Iron Giant. What are you talking about?
I'm smack
I
you in
still
the head.
kept my DVD from when I
Yeah.
got it. I'm like, I can't get rid of it.
so
Exactly.
No.
It's a hipster Johnny Depp and the freaking crazy robots from outer space. Who doesn't love that? But I'm just saying, if they could have taken that and they did the whole thing with the robots fighting from the book, I
Yeah.
think that would have been so cool.
No, listen.
Yes.
The book was brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Steven Spielberg did a great job
Yeah.
in the movie. And I loved the movie as well.
Exactly.
But the book was it was a work of
Yeah,
art. for
it's a
me.
good movie to watch.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a fun movie to watch.
But other than that, for the week, the weeks. I haven't had much time to catch up on some series, unfortunately. But yeah, been keeping busy otherwise.
Dolan?
Yeah, it's funny that you kept out the best part. So Gavin and I have actually been quite busy over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We got hold of some comics.
Oh,
yeah, yes.
Okay,
So-
sorry.
A bit of an
I
auction.
thought we were just talking about like what movies, TV series, all that. No,
No, but
okay.
yeah,
Gavin,
we
we-
went to
we're
add
very
that in.
busy.
Yeah, we went to add that in.
There's more to life than just TV series and books.
So I hear.
Exactly.
So I hear.
So
My
yeah,
mom
so
tells
we
me
got-
the same
we got our
thing.
hand-
You gotta make the cheddar, dude.
Yeah, we got our hands on some
Yeah.
really good comics.
Yeah.
Readable comics only. I mean, they were definitely not for the guys that buy and sell.
Yeah.
This is more for the guys that love reading and want to hold a little bit of history. So
Yeah.
so that was fun. So yeah, we did that.
Yeah.
We got rid of them.
That was.
So that was the fun bit.
Okay.
That was really good. It was nice to
Well, we did keep a one or two just for ourselves.
Of course.
No, of course, yeah. Well, okay. We did keep again in the same condition as every other
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
We picked out the ones we wanted to, and then we decided that let the rest go. Let the
Yeah,
guys
definitely.
that love comics get the rest.
Yeah,
And,
that's the great thing about selling your comics. You can choose which ones you want to sell.
correct. But the nice thing is again just the pages, the panels,
Yeah.
the covers, and let's be
I
honest,
saw
some
you
of them.
guys had a couple of nice covers.
Yeah, and
yesterday.
the condition, we gave it. We didn't sit and grade them.
Yeah.
And then you heard me in the first episode talk about staple rust, and then that
Yeah.
we saw. Funny enough, there wasn't much.
No.
But again, we graded
Considering,
it.
yeah.
We graded it a 0.5 to a 2.5. So if you guys know your grading, 0.5. That's poor.
That's like
So-
really bad.
Yeah, it's like falling apart.
And we gave it we basically rounded it all to the same level.
Okay.
So and we packed it really in nice packages. So if you bought a set, you really got some
cool.
good stuff. Yeah, and then Ready Player One.
Yeah.
I've been watching some series. I'm catching up a lot of the older stuff. But yeah, watched Barbarella, 1968.
Awesome. Yeah.
I had to.
Jane Fonda.
Yes. So
Zero gravity boobs.
besides that, it again, because it's based on a comic book.
That.
It's based on the
It
comic
is,
book.
yeah.
Yeah, French guy.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember the
Which explains the zero gravity.
Yeah,
Yes,
I was
yeah,
gonna
of
say,
course.
this is telling a lot more of the
Yeah,
story,
it's
guys.
just
Yeah,
making so
yeah.
much clearer. Yeah.
And then, of course, because you're watching an oldie, I had to get out the oldies as well. So I watched
Yeah.
Batman
Yeah.
from
Okay,
1992
cool.
and
Yeah.
1995, which is Batman Returns and Batman
That's Michelle
Forever.
Pfeiffer.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
scope of those, man.
Yeah.
You got Tim,
No, of
you
course.
got Tim Burton's
Yes.
version, and then everything just kind of went downhill from there.
Which was good because it got me to kind of like research the two movies again, and I didn't know this, but they didn't expect Batman to do so well,
Yeah.
and they were offering Keating and Tim Burton bucket loads of money, and the
To
only
do
reason
a
why
third?
to do the return.
Oh.
So the only reason why Tim Burton came back was he would have a little bit more say
Freedom,
on the
yeah.
script. So it's always nice, and then that's what I normally do.
Okay.
Watch a movie, do the research, and
Cool.
then figure out how it can.
Nice.
So yeah, that was me.
Yeah, so what I've been getting up to is I've been watching Black Lightning, which has been a little bit of a challenge. It takes a while to get into it. It's a very social conscious TV show for obvious reasons. I'm on episode 6 now. It is getting a little bit better. The action's getting a little bit more, and they're moving away from all the weird questions and stuff. And it's starting to become an enjoyable show, especially the last one where the lady threatened the main villain by grinding up his bones, which was quite motivational. And then Jessica
But
Jones.
just hang on.
No, not his personal bones.
No.
They
get
just,
it, I
she
get it.
just
But
like,
It's more like a warning.
yeah,
But against Luke Cage, because you watched Luke Cage.
yeah. Luke Cage gets the whole social justice message across a lot easier. It's not, I don't know how to explain it. It's like Black Lightning. They focus a hell of a lot on police brutality, which I know is a big issue. But in my opinion, it takes a little bit away from the show because he's a cool character. They go into his backstory and stuff really well, and you want him to be that same character, and he's struggling with the stuff where he has a family now and his wife doesn't want him to do it, which is, I know, wives always stopping you from using your superpowers.
I know.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of The Incredibles. Honey, where's my super suit?
Yeah, and that's the thing. So where Luke Cage was just like, all he wanted to do was, he just wanted to be Luke Cage. He just wanted to be a guy.
Like the protector of Harlem.
Yeah, but he didn't even want to be the protector of Harlem. He just wanted to be a regular dude.
Oh, okay.
But he realized that halfway through Luke Cage season 1, and season 2 is coming out one of these days, he realized that is who he is now. That's who he needs to be. Where Black Lightning he's gone through all of that. We just see it in the first couple of episodes, that he's gone through that whole evolution. And now he's now struggling with the fact that he's a family man and he's a teacher and he doesn't want to use his powers to beat evil. He wants to use words and he wants to inspire people to use it better, where he should just go and kick the guys in the dick. I mean, you got a gangster, go kick the shit out of him and take his gun and there you go. I mean, it's like you can recite poetry to the guy all you want, but it's not going to make as big a difference as just kicking the shit out of him. Again, my opinion. But where Luke Cage was, he realized that if he wants to get stuff done, he needs to use his powers. And that's where Black Lightning is now. So episode 6, where he's now realized that if he wants to change his situation, if he wants to change the whole perception of gang violence and how they use kids and all that stuff, then he needs to start kicking people in the dick. That's what it comes down to. Yeah, just kick him in the dick. And then, Jessica Jones, season 2, which has also been, it's a lot more dramatic and it's a lot more foo-foo.
Foo-foo?
It's like,
we're calling it foo-foo now.
The first episode was foo-foo. The first episode felt like I want to curl up in a nice cuddly blanket have a hot chocolate, maybe just be held and then talk about my feelings. Where I understand she's gone through a bunch of crap. Let her go through the crap, and then again kick people in the dick. That's why I think these two shows.
I'm starting to think that you just like to watch shows where people get kicked in the dick.
I do.
Yeah,
it is. So. It is a big. I'm a big fan of the dick kicking. But remember Jessica Jones season 1? Yes, she was very dramatic, and we knew, ooh, she's dark and broody. There has to be a backstory. And then Kilgrave comes in, and you understand, ooh, but that is why she is that way.
Yeah.
She doesn't trust anyone because the guy screwed her around. Now, in this season, as I understand it, she's now going back to how she got her powers.
Yes.
From the car accident that the parents died in, and then they experimented on her, and then she got her powers. Now, I'm not there yet, but it just takes long to get there. I don't know who the villain is, and apparently there is no villain.
There is no villain. There is kind of a villain, which is not a villain.
Yeah, but not really.
You see, in the first season, Kilgrave was a phenomenal villain.
Awesome.
In fact, Dolan actually looks like Kilgrave if you think about it. If you really have an up-close look at Dolan, he really does look like Kilgrave.
He does. Don't do what he says.
Yeah, that's it.
Neither of us do, so.
Just need to put a purple suit on.
Yeah, maybe then,
You know, send him out into
see what
banks
happens
and things and just say, give me money.
I've tried that.
It didn't work.
Where's your card?
Damn it. So, and that's a problem that I have. Again, I've only watched one episode. It feels like 4.
Yeah.
It feels like 4. But yeah, again, I'm definitely going to watch the whole season of Jessica Jones. I'm definitely going to watch the whole season of Black Lightning. And then I'll probably have a better view of it. But so far, it's been a little bit of a slow time regarding those ones.
But does Black Lightning fit well into the Arrowverse? I mean, I know that you're still watching Flash.
I'm not sure yet how they're gonna. If they want to fit him in there, I'm not sure.
Do you think as a character, like they're all?
Well, he doesn't whisper, so I'm not sure.
You're talking about Oliver Queen whisper.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that's a CW's idea.
I'm sure it is. I mean, they've integrated Supergirl, they've integrated the Flash, Arrow, the Legends of Tomorrow. I'm pretty sure that they'll put
I think they're probably trying to see what he's going to do in his first season.
Okay.
If there's a popular first season, then they're going to try to work him in somewhere. I mean, Constantine was in one episode of Green Arrow, and now they're coming back. They're making a series of him.
Are they doing a new series of Constantine?
Isn't it the animation though?
I think it's an animation.
But he's doing the voice.
Yes.
The guy who does
He's
doing the voice.
That was dark. Wow.
But that's what you want. I mean, if you look at the what they call him the Dark Justice League or Justice League Dark. That's what you want. I'm really looking forward to that.
Definitely.
But anyway, so to get back to that, that's what we've been up to for the week. They've been making money, and I've been trying to figure out why am I so bored in front of the TV.
Have we been making money though? I don't think so, dude.
Trying to make money, and I've been trying to figure out why am I watching boring TV. So that's what we've been getting up to. Infinity War. It has finally come out. In my opinion, one of the biggest movies ever. You can keep your Titanic. Kate and Leo can drift off into the sunset on a shared half a door for whatever reason they want to. You can keep your blue people on, what was it thing called? I can't remember the planet, but
I don't know.
What was the movie called?
Avatar.
You can keep your Avatar, which is technically just a knockoff of Dancing with Wolves anyway. Infinity War, in my opinion, biggest movie ever. Yeah. Not just looking at the fact that they brought 30 super stars together to make the movie, not the fact that there's 19 movies in 10 years with a little itty bitty string running through all of them, connecting them finally in one great movie. It was just a freaking awesome, fun.
It was so good.
Okay, fun is a very relative term in this movie's description.
Yeah, you can't. You actually have to be very careful when you tread on that thread.
It's like saying it was fun going to Auschwitz.
But it depends.
Wow.
But hang on,
it's an experience. Put it that way. It's a great experience.
But it's like, who you're supporting. If you're supporting Thanos, it's a fun movie.
If your team beat Purple Guy, then it's brilliant.
Yeah.
we also need to say there's going to be spoilers. So if for some reason in the last 5 weeks you have not watched this movie, I'm not sure why you're watching the show.
I should be watching the movie.
You should be watching the movie.
Second,
and shame
third,
on you.
time.
Yeah, shame on you.
And if you're like Dylan, who's only seen it once,
shame on you as well.
and you've probably forgotten most of the movie, you might have some problems with spoilers.
Listen, every time I'm going to go watch a movie, I'm going to go see my shrink. Right? Okay?
Yeah.
So I have to cancel one or the other.
But-
I can't go watch the movie and then I can have an emergency appointment.
But you know what the problem with Infinity War is? After you watch the movie, you phone him and you go, listen, I need an appointment.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get over it first.
I mean, halfway through that movie, I want to go sniff some glue. It was
Just to forget about how you were feeling?
It was crazy.
Yeah.
We're not going to do a whole review. If you want to see a whole review, go watch the previous 2 episodes. We got everything wrong,
Yes.
which was brilliant.
Which was fun.
It was fun, yeah. It is, like we said, a spectacular movie to watch. You walk in, and they carry on exactly where they left off with Thor Ragnarok, and it's just pandemonium. Loki dies in the first 10 minutes, and not just spectacularly, he just dies. Thanos picks him up and he kills him. And I remember sitting there like, did he really just die?
Yeah, you don't expect that.
You don't expect it. I remember waking up, because we watched it the Friday evening.
Yeah.
I wake up on a Saturday.
No,
I think
we saw it the Thursday.
Oh, did we see it the Thursday?
We
Yeah,
saw
we
it the
did.
Thursday night.
I remember I sent you a text on a Friday. It's like, it just feels weird to wake up in a world where I know Loki is dead.
Yeah, we were still stuck in traffic.
Yes, you
Oh,
were.
that
Well,
was
you almost missed
decided
it.
to do
We
donuts
were
on the highway.
committed. We were committed.
No,
I mean, we were actually.
How long did it take you to get from
It was
Randburg?
2 hours.
It took 2 hours.
Yeah,
that's
and,
2 hours.
and it's like
To
20.
do a 15-minute trip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
technically, yeah. So that's one of the things that you just do not expect to happen. Sad parts of the movie for me, definitely, we'll get to Spider-Man. But one of the sad parts was the Loki.
The Loki.
The Loki. We're going to call him the Loki now. Loki gets killed in like the first 10 minutes. Then Gamora gets thrown off a cliff because she is what Thanos loves most. And he needs to do that to get the Soul Stone. That was one of my most heartbreaking parts as well. And then, of course, we're going to refer to everything Marvel before Snap and after Snap.
Yeah.
And everything that happens after Snap, it's like a wave. And it just starts getting worse and worse and worse. And then all of a sudden, Peter Parker just holding on to Tony Stark saying, don't let me go. I don't want to go, Mr. Stark. And just that almost cried.
Yeah.
Almost cried. That was rough. That was really, really rough. And the fact that...
I think we all kind of sat there.
I was like...
In awed silence.
But the way that they did it was so well done, where everything just... There wasn't like big noises, nothing. You just heard the... And then it just went
silence.
Quiet.
Yeah.
It just went quiet. And, it was so well done. I watched all of the Marvel movies the week leading up to Infinity War, except Hulk. And... Because it's just awful. Edward Norton, yeah. And I remember I watched Homecoming on the Wednesday evening. I finished watching Homecoming, and after I watched Infinity War, I just realized there was also a thread going through that again, where Tony keeps on telling him, I'm responsible for you, you can't use your suit, you can't take the training wheel protocol off, because I'm responsible, what's going to happen if you die, and all that stuff. And then it just keeps going through Infinity War, and then he dies. And I think even if we are living in a world where Spock dies and the next episode he's back again for whatever TV magic reason that is. So we know there's another Spider-Man movie coming. We know there's another Black Panther movie coming. So they are going to come back. How? We don't know.
We have no idea.
But we're going to be in a situation where these guys are coming back and Tony Stark has to live with the fact, even if Spider-Man, we know Spider-Man's going to come back again, but we're going to live in a world where Tony Stark has now felt what it feels like to lose somebody that's like a son to him. There's going to be, I don't know if it's going to happen, but we might have a situation where Black Panther comes back after he's been partying it down on the Soul Plane with his relatives, and he might think, why did you bring me back? That was awesome. I loved it. Now you bring me back to this cold, awful place. Why didn't you leave me there? I loved it there. So there's a lot of stuff that can happen in the next Infinity War or the second installment. Stuff that I loved. and you guys got to chime in now because I'm talking way too much. Stuff that I absolutely loved about it. The banter between Thor and the Guardians. I call them the Space Avengers.
The Space Avengers.
The Space Avengers. The banter between them when he wakes up and you just see Drax like, he looks like the child of an angel and a space pirate. And he's like, and then Peter Quill goes like, that's it, I'm buying a Bowflex. And the way he calls Rocket a rabbit.
A rabbit.
A rabbit. And
rabbit.
what did he call Grit something as well? I can't remember.
Sure. Well, no, when he speaks, he knows the...
Oh yeah, he knows the language. Yeah, he knows the language.
Because it was an elective.
Elective on Asgard.
I've watched this once. But
Yeah, okay, well done. That's why you're on the show. And how when they go to Nilevanur.
Nilevanur.
That sounds. There's too many consonants.
It's either Nilevanur or Neverdelur.
Neverdelur.
Yeah.
That's just what we're gonna call it now. And he gets Stormbreaker, and then when he finally arrives, and he just the shit just drops.
Yeah.
I was kind of like expecting a little Led Zeppelin needle drop there as he just arrives and he just causes crap. But I mean,
Didn't happen.
It didn't happen. That's fine.
But it was still cool.
We did enjoy that in Ragnarok. Bucky picking up Rocket and they're doing the 360 and then Rocket wants to buy his gun and his arm. But there's a lot more cool stuff. The fight between Thanos and Hulk.
in the beginning. Yes.
Which wasn't really a fight, it was like a bullying from Thanos. Where Hulk is just going apeshit on him.
Yeah, he's tiring him out.
And then what's the guy's name who was standing there is like, that's fine, let him have his fun.
Ebony
Moore.
Yeah, I think he was the one that said...
Ebony Moore saying is like, and he holds back Obsidian. Was it Obsidian? Cal Obsidian. He's holding back Cal Obsidian.
That's right.
It says, let him have his fun. And as he just pulls back, he just punches Hulk like half on the shoulder. And you can see it's like a big brother letting a little brother just think he's getting the better of him.
Yeah.
And he just gives him like a dead shoulder. And you can see Hulk's face is like,
what the hell?
the fuck is this guy doing? And then he just
He
destroys him for the rest of the movie. He beat his ass so bad, Hulk didn't want to come out to play again.
Yeah.
Which is also quite an interesting storyline, but yeah, that was just brilliant. So what else, guys, from Infinity War?
Man, dude, there was so much.
Yeah, that's the problem.
There's just too much. But yeah, look, you definitely hit the nail on the head when Thor meets the Guardians.
Yeah.
That's also one of my absolute favorites. I think also when Cap and Black Widow and
they reunited.
and Falcon
Yeah, they come out
show up at the train
darkness,
station. I think they did that so well with that train going by. And you just see his silhouette, and then he comes forward.
catches the spear.
It's so good.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It's just so good, man. But overall, it's just so heartbreaking.
Yeah. It's
One thing I will also say was pretty cool was the fact that we were all wrong about the Soul Stone.
Yes.
No, completely.
Okay.
Completely.
But I love the fact that the Red Skull was in it.
And you were right there when you said he used it to and he was teleported somewhere, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So as I said, for him
pretty
to
cool.
become the guardian of the Soul Stone, if you will, that was also pretty cool. So it's a good way to reuse him as a character.
And they dressed him very similar to Mistress Death, or Death.
Yes.
Mistress Death, I think.
Mistress Death,
Yeah,
yes.
so with the cowl, and then so we were all like not sure what to expect.
Yeah, because when the apparition kind of appears in the shadows, you go, it's Mistress Death. Oh wait, it's the Red Skull. What the fluff? So that was pretty cool. But then I mean, ultimately that flipping.
Oh yeah,
just your mind just kind of shuts down at some point.
Because you know what's happening, and everybody. And as I was sitting, I was like, so how are they gonna die? They're just gonna disappear, and then it's like, it was just,
And Groot going like, I am Groot, and then. And then James Gunn flipping jumps in the bandwagon and says that those last words of Groot's were "Dad."
Yeah.
Wow. Like how much more heartbreak can we take?
What I like about it is, remember the end credit scene of Guardians of the Galaxy where Groot is a teenager, and and he plays that role the whole way through, and then as Stormbreaker is basically made and needs a handle. He wakes up and he realizes everybody's doing stuff around me. I'm not a kid anymore, which is quite sad because it's a quick grown-up kind of thing. And then he just turns around and grabs it, picks it up. Remember, this is Stormbreaker. He picks it up and then cuts off his, his
arm,
his branch.
Well, his branch. His arm.
And then that was
cool.
one of the coolest moments in the movie.
The next movie that we're going to talk about is The Pool of the Dead Twice.
The Pool of the Dead Twice.
Twice, yes. Mr. Pool. I watched it twice. I watched it Tuesday evening when it was the pre-screening, which luckily you told me about
Tuesday,
because I couldn't watch it on a Friday night. And then I watched it again. When did I watch it again? But I did watch it again. I can't remember when, but I know I watched it again. And it was awesome. I think it was the Tuesday following that, like a week later. So I watched it twice. You watched it once?
Once, yeah.
You watched it once.
Twice.
Oh,
no,
you watched it twice? It is funny as hell.
No, it's good, eh?
It is so funny.
So funny.
The way, now, this is where you and me explain it. I found it hilarious. He did as well, but he thinks the first one's better than the second one.
I do.
And he's allowed to be wrong.
You're allowed to be wrong.
Of course I am. Now, the reason I like the second one better is because the second one's a lot truer to the Deadpool you get in the comics than the first one was. Because I understand the first one, they had to take it easy and ease it in. It's like doing it for the first time. You just can't shove it in there. You just got to ease it in a little bit and see if it works. In the second one, you can start going rough and stuff. Now, that's what they did with the second movie.
We're talking about sleeving comics.
Of course we are. And that's always. And that's what they did with the second movie. So they did a lot of breaking the fourth wall. A lot of him being Deadpool. And when they're chasing the truck with all the bad guys on it, and he steals the guy's red Vespa.
You're done.
I was happy. Take my money.
You were done.
Take my money.
I think what I... Look... Again, and I've said this to you before, I loved it. I thought it was so funny. I think I'm of the opinion that the first one had more violent scenes in it than this one. Maybe I'm wrong. But either which way, I mean that's not part of my whole. It was so serious. There were so many moments in the movie that were just so you kind of felt the audience just kind of have this awed silence, and then it got funny again. In the first one, it was just all the time. It just did not stop, the laughter, and then I don't know. It just had these serious tones that was just odd for me.
Well, if you that's fine. I understand what you're saying, but again, if you go back to the comic books, that's how the comic books are.
No, for sure.
Where it'll be hilarious, shirt digging.
No, look, just. For everyone that's watching,
Winnie the Poohing.
For anyone that's watching, Louis probably read more Deadpool than myself or Dolan put together.
Yeah.
So I trust your opinion. No, I really do. I trust your opinion completely.
And that's why I'm saying it's a lot truer to the comic, because in the comics he will be very serious.
Okay.
And then he'll crack a joke or he'll do something because that's the way he is.
Yeah.
And in the first one, they did it, like I said, they had to test the waters a little bit before they just jumped right in. But there were so many little things in that movie, and not just because you got the way he was shirt digging, not that little thing, which was very unsettling. If you do not know what I'm talking about, go watch
Basic
the movie.
Instinct.
Yeah, they Basic Instinct the shit out of that thing. But that was brilliant. Him trying to be an X-Men again. I really want to get one of those yellow jerseys with the X and at the back it says trainee.
Yeah.
I really want one of those.
Yeah. I think you'd look super odd in one of those though, man.
That'll be brilliant.
Yes,
that'll be brilliant.
You'd look like the Juggernaut wearing one of those.
Exactly. And where they X-Force assemble.
The strangest X-Force assembled under the sun.
That was so good.
Dol, what did you think of the movie?
Well, I'm going to stop you there. The strangest X-Force. What I love it is, Peter, what is your superpower?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just read it.
Nothing. I just read the ad.
You're hired. You see, anybody can be a hero.
Anyone.
And
The sugar bear.
No, correct. No, brilliant. I love both. I can't say the first one's better than the second one. I think they... imagine they were set out at the same time. They stole from each other.
Oh yeah.
So it's brilliant. You know, little hand, little feet. Oh, I can't wait to see what next. I want to see a little head.
I want to see a little head as well.
Yeah, that will just be wow.
That would. Can you? I can't even picture that. Actually.
No, Beetlejuice.
There you go.
No, it was brilliant. The character introductions were actually very, very good. Even though we got to see them for a really short, electrifying moment.
Literally,
Yes.
Play on the words there.
They weren't very chipper.
No, and the fact is, when you get to see who it is, you're kind of shocked.
The cameos are brilliant. The cameos.
No, for sure.
And Cable was such a good character, and I mean, even didn't he call him Thanos at one point?
Yes.
He calls him Thanos at one point. So it's just stuff like that, and Cable was such a good character, and the fact that they really did not go into who he is and where he's from, it was like very, very quickly. It's like, I'm from the future, they killed my kids, and I want to come and kick his dick off. Sticking.
I don't know you were going to go there.
Yeah, sticking to the thread that's going through the whole show. And that was what made it good. I think Deadpool 3, I don't know,
They'll make X-Force before they do Deadpool 3.
They'll probably do an X-Force, which I think will be brilliant. I think they can do a standalone Cable movie, and it will be good. I don't think they can do a standalone Domino movie yet.
Well,
not yet.
Not
yet. She's a great character. The chick who plays her as well. She is hot as a fox. And she just plays that character so well.
Yeah,
she just does it so well.
She was really good.
Yeah.
But I think the movie also it introduced characters that people didn't know existed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I wanted to tell you that now. Like we all know that Deadpool, New Mutants '98,
of course.
and then on the cover you see Domino.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're under the impression it's her first appearance.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's not. It's copycat.
Yeah.
Gavin knows the first appearance of Domino. Actually, both.
Yeah, well, that's an interesting one because the cameo is considered as X-Force 8, and then the first full appearance is considered as X-Force 11.
Yeah.
Now CGC's label actually has X-Force 11 as the full first appearance
real,
of Domino.
and actually
the
does
first
say
real
first
appearance
real,
of Domino.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, collectors are debating this on forums. It's kind of like a 180-181 situation.
Yeah.
It's all kind of, you'd have to read it up.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, if you're going to own the books, those are the two you want to have.
Yep.
Yeah, and Cable is New Mutants 87. which is a hot book at the moment.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. Yeah.
So I really enjoyed it. I think it was a brilliant movie. If they're gonna make an X-Force flick, that'll be freaking awesome as well.
Sorry, can I interrupt you? Who out of the X-Force members? I mean, okay, granted, you didn't get to see them for very long, but okay, who out of the X-Force members was your favorite? I know what Nolan's going to say because it's the same as my answer.
No, okay, yeah, of course.
But I want to say, what's the guy's name?
No, we can.
Oh,
are you ready?
Can't say Peter.
Yes,
It's Peter.
It's Peter. Definitely
Peter is the coolest X-Force member on the flipping planet.
I am a big fan of of Bedlam.
Bedlam.
I would have loved to see what Bedlam would have done.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't cause a lot of bedlam with the bus, but Peter is the sugar bear is just brilliant. Yeah, no, that was awesome. But no, if they make an X-Force movie, I don't know. I don't have a lot of background on the X-Force. I don't know exactly, except I know it's way too close to X-Men.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, Deadpool 2 is. There's so many funny parts. The cutscene at the end is hilarious.
Yeah.
The way that he talks to what's that, Colossus. The way that he talks to Colossus when he tries to say sorry and try to win him back. With his little speakerphone and say anything reference. It's just good. It's a fun movie to watch. It's not such a great date movie as the first one was. But there is some love, and there is like a whole.
What do you mean? Deadpool says it's a family film.
It is it's more a family movie than it is a romantic movie. I mean, even if there is like
it was about family.
It was about family. The F word. And even though there is like a ghost Patrick Swayze vibe going on during the whole movie, it's not as a romantic movie like that, so I don't think it's going to fly again if you want to do that as a date movie. But take it as a family movie. It's just a fun movie to watch.
No.
And what I wanted to say was, I don't know how true it is. I hope it is true with all my heart. Ryan Reynolds is trying to coax Wolverine,
Hugh Jackman
out of retirement for Deadpool 3.
Dude,
or the next one. I don't know if it, like you said, if it's going to be X-Force or Deadpool 3.
That would single-handedly be the
awesome.
next best cinematic event next to Infinity War.
Yeah.
And what Marvel Studios is doing.
Yeah.
Just to have a Deadpool Wolverine thing going.
Yeah.
But especially with like Wolverine just had enough of this shit, and Deadpool just keep giving it.
Yeah.
I think that would be so.
You remember in the X-Men where they try to recruit Logan and he's sitting at that bar.
Yeah.
And Professor Xavier starts walking. And it's like,
and
hi there, are you
something about like
something? Are you something Logan? And he's like, fuck off. And I'm like, okay then. And they turn around and Magneto's like, what's happened? And they turn around and they walk away.
It kind of needs to have that kind of attitude.
It's going to have that attitude.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
I think they can actually go back to where they worked together first, like when they go and steal the adamantium. And then it can work from there.
Yeah,
but I mean, there's
many ways.
That's why they don't pay us to write movies. It'll never happen. So yeah, that was our take on Deadpool. We loved it.
It was so good.
But there's a little bit of takeaways. And we spoke about it before, and that is, so you've watched it once, hopefully. You're going to go watch it for a second time. I'm going to go watch it for a second time. And because I followed all the trends and everything, I picked up that I've got to focus on who the Vanish is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So at the power lines, you got to pay attention.
Really, or just read the credits.
No, well, don't read the credits. But we read the credits. And then the two guys in the back of the pickup.
Yeah, it's very
important. You've got to pay attention.
That's very important. And then the kid, the Fire Fist guy.
Russell Collins. In the comic books, he's known as Rusty Collins.
Okay.
Yeah.
But also, he's a great...
Fire Fist.
From New Zealand.
I think he's not even allowed to watch the movie. I read it somewhere.
I don't know.
Might be too young to watch it, but he's from a movie called the first movie I ever saw him in was from a thing called The Wilder People.
That's from the guy that did Ragnarok.
Yeah, I think it was him.
Yes.
So what happens? Well, I think I actually said it when we did the Ragnarok one as well, where he's like a really bad kid in New Zealand, so that qualifies. He sets fire to mailboxes, so that makes him a bad kid in New Zealand.
Nice.
Then he goes and lives with his uncle and his aunt on a farm. His aunt dies, and then his uncle has to look after him. But his uncle's like a little weird, Sam Neill, and then he goes on a walkabout. No, sorry. The young kid tries to run away, and then his uncle goes and finds him, and then they think the uncle abducted the kid, and they chase him through the New Zealand bush, and it's just freaking hilarious. He is so funny.
Yeah.
That kid is so funny, and the way that he carries it, and that's the thing, like you said, sometimes it gets very serious, but that's why Deadpool needs Russell to get serious, because that's just the way that Deadpool is. And then the next he does
carry a pen in his prison wallet.
Yeah, exactly. Please never do that. Wow. Why is it so slippery? No. So yeah, that's our Deadpool. We loved it. Go watch it. Go watch it again. Yeah, we can't wait for either Deadpool 3 or X-Force, the movie, to finally come out.
Yeah, no, look, there will definitely be an X-Force movie.
I hope so. I really hope so. So yeah, guys, that's what we've been up to for the last couple of weeks. Basking in the glory of Infinity War, enjoying Deadpool, catching up on some TV and buying some comics and stuff. Next
been
movie.
A few weeks, eh?
It has been. It's been
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
And then massive Pez.
And then Venom.
The massive Pez dispenser.
The massive. Oh yeah,
when you said Pez, I just
thought like
Pez.
What are you talking about?
Why are you talking about Brian Rudd's Pez? What's wrong with you? But yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp is coming up next. Then we have Venom.
Yeah, that's October.
So it's going to be a little bit.
already out. Have you guys seen that? This at the movies. They've already started advertising the Venom posters. Yeah, it's quite cool.
The main thing we spoke about it before we started the show. 3 Marvel movies this year. All 3 of them sold out. People going apeshit while it was on.
Yeah,
we are so lucky to be living
in the time that we are.
And yeah, so guys, enjoyed it. Go and watch the movies again and again and again, because the more we watch them, the more they're going to bring out. I cannot remember the last time I was sitting in the cinema. I think it was Titanic, and it was packed to the rafters. This year it has held.
Pardon the pun.
Pardon the pun. This year it has happened 3 times in 3 movies.
Yeah.
It's just a brilliant, and they are still good movies. So, Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's going to be great. Venom, we'll see what happens.
We'll have to wait and see what Sony does.
Exactly, we'll have to wait and see what they do. What do we have after that?
Aquaman.
Of course, DC is finally making an appearance, which I hope they don't cock up again. But I think it'll. The stuff I've seen of it looks pretty cool.
The director is a world-class director.
Yeah. But it's still DC.
It's still Warner Brothers. That's just the bottom line. I'm pretty sure if DC had its own control over its movies like Marvel does, I'm pretty sure they'd make a very different.
But just going back to DC, aren't they dropping off animation this year?
Death of Superman.
Yes, that's right. Which
actually has a trailer out now.
Yes, correct.
But I mean, they do TV, animated TV
that's
so
it,
well. That's going to be awesome.
How do you just not replicate that? It's so weird.
I think that's true what you said. There's a difference.
Paradox in film.
Oh man.
But that's a difference, like you said. Warner Brothers and Warner Brothers Animated, I do not think are run by the same people. And I think DC has a lot more influence on Warner Brothers Animation than they do at Warner Brothers. But we can speculate about that as much as we like. So guys, that's been this week's show. We're looking forward to talking to you again in 2 weeks' time. And so for this week's show, I'm Louis.
I'm Gav.
I'm Dolan.
And this has been God Comics. And remember, kids, support your local comic book stores.
Always.